Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with the Victorious Hockey Company, HeisHockey.com, and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. This is the Junior Hockey Morning Show. Today is Monday, March 1st, 2023, if you keep forgetting. Philadelphia managed to shut out New Jersey last night, 3-0 in New Jersey. That was a surprising result. You got to be happy with Philadelphia. I think they really want to make the playoffs. What a heck of a concept. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, others. Soon, a lot others. Working on something that will have this show reach a tremendously larger audience for next hockey season starting in August. Working on that again today. I think you guys are going to really enjoy the result. Might not be the best thing for some people out there that would rather us not have such a large reach. It's okay. That's going to happen. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. Today's show on Wednesdays, we always do If I Were King. Well, this could be the last one for a while. If I Were King would break up the NAHL Gong Show. Grab your coffee. This is going to be a good one. Sit down. Stand up, whatever you want. There are 10 different Junior A leagues across Canada. Why? Because what may work in British Columbia does not necessarily work in Toronto. Here in the United States, our national governing body, USA Hockey, has decided to grant exclusivity to the United States Hockey League and North American Hockey League. As a result, other groups that wanted to do junior hockey are forced to play outside the jurisdiction of USA Hockey if they want to have free to play, or in the event they want to have a league that's equal that could compete with the USHL. It's clearly time and very evident that the North American Hockey League has taken advantage of that exclusivity. And USA Hockey needs to get back to the roots and rescind that. It's clearly time for the North American Hockey League to be broken up and restructured into several different leagues. Why? Because Boston is not Minot, and Philadelphia is not Odessa. The business models in each division are so varied that it makes the league's ridiculous valuations ludicrous. How can Danbury's joke of an operation be valued at $1 million? What kind of fools are in Rochester and now New Hampshire? How can they look at Danbury and say, me too? The biggest issue is that the over-evaluation has priced logical markets completely out of consideration. Wasilla, Alaska is a natural problem solver for the league. Adding a fourth team in Alaska, and maybe a fifth, would bring operational costs down by 30% or more for all the Alaska teams. But $1 million? There's no way. Coffee. Breaking up the league would give regional operators a stronger base to work from without the heavy oversight from henchmen with no skin in the game. Owners have given up too much authority to people that could not care less if an operator wants to stay or go. If they continue to get their overinflated salary, who cares? It's time for the South Division to run its own show. The Central and Midwest can easily coexist and let Alaska do their own thing. Let Frankenfeld sell 20 more teams in the East. That appears to be his direction. The biggest reason for a breakup, the choice to not enforce standards and USA Hockey rules as they are, and the insanity surrounding on-ice officials have left many to wonder if it is time for a change. Each of the smaller leagues will be able to set and enforce their own standards. Again, let volunteers take over much of that responsibility. Maybe let Frankenfeld's office run their tournaments and other fluff, but each of the smaller leagues can get volunteers to do a better job of managing officials and safety. Maybe an end-of-season USA Hockey National Championship. That would be nice to see again. Frankenfeld can do that. But so could a USA Hockey Championship Committee made up of volunteers. We have way too many professional bureaucrats in hockey. We're talking about amateur hockey played by mostly teenage boys. Yet these folks think it's a show. It's way beyond time to trim the fat and rein in control back to the owners. You know, the folks paying for all this. Without consistent enforcement of rules and standards, the NAHL has only been a gong show. It's time to cancel it. I love the North American Hockey League. But it's mind-boggling that they've allowed the inmates to start running the asylum. It's mind-boggling that these yahoos in Texas are out running around with vendettas, with ulterior motives, with absolutely no skin in the game. Why are we doing this? Why are there not more divisions or more leagues that can come together at the end of the year? Because the reality is just that. Minot is not New York City. What works in Aberdeen is not going to work in Danbury. What works in Bismarck doesn't work in Anchorage. Bismarck hasn't been to Alaska in years. The East Division doesn't go to Alaska, very rarely. Haven't seen it in a long time. The South Division. When's the last time you has Lone Star been to Alaska at all? So there's really not much cross play except at the showcase. So just end the charade. It's not a league. It's 4 different groups controlled by Dallas. Really, it should be 5. Maybe it should be 8. What is Colorado going to do? That's not good. What's Colorado going to do playing with, the whole South Division? Why is Colorado going to travel to Corpus Christi, Bossier City? That doesn't make any sense. Who approved that? Maybe you wanted to get into the Mountain Division or break up the NCDC. That was the stated goal. Maybe you should have approved some of those guys when they asked to join the league. Ogden, Utah, they had their money, and you denied them. They did something else, and now you're trying to take them apart. Proactive? That's reactive. You got to be smarter than this. In the meantime, there are good operators out there that might consider jumping into this level of junior hockey, but they're not to the North American Hockey League, because it has been inconsistent and it has been a bit of a gong show. Referee is all over the place. Maybe we pay more guys. Maybe that 4th guy in the seats watching what's going on in the game all the time. That makes sense. But we don't have that, do we? We're lacking that. You guys are saving a buck, jumping over $1 and losing thousands. You got to get a grip. I think the grip has to come from within each division. It's time. You guys need more control over your product. It doesn't make any sense. This square box is not going to fit all these different size pegs. You guys can do better. The Central Division is a machine. They do have some crossover with the Midwest, and it's good hockey. But you don't see those Central guys going to Alaska, do you? No. Enough of the charade. Let's face it. Most of the North American Hockey League doesn't want anything to do with going to Alaska. So give them their own league. Break the North American Hockey League up. Let Frankenfeld run the whole thing as the same way the Canadian Junior Hockey League is operated. That makes more sense. But this right now doesn't. $1 million for a new membership does not make sense for a lot of markets that would benefit from this. And in the end, hockey players benefit when there's more free-to-play hockey. Enough of this. What else do we have going on today, Tommy? It's Wednesday. I did a little bit of a rant. People are going to get mad at me this morning. It's okay. They'll get over it. Tomorrow will be just something else. I'll say something else crazy. We'll figure it out. But folks, there's a lot of things going on. Campapalooza is happening. Everybody's getting invites from everybody. I mean, there's kids that are playing single-A hockey at the Pee Wee level that are getting invitations to junior camps. Doesn't make any sense. North American Hockey League camps. Hey, come to our pre-draft camp. The kids just barely cleared Pee Wees. Doesn't make any sense. You guys got to act like you're more selective in this process. Don't make it so obvious. You're embarrassing yourselves. Why would you invite a house Pee Wee player to a pre-draft camp? El Paso. It's ludicrous. Or how about this? Why would you invite a player that was born in 1998 to a pre-draft camp? It's clearly you're not even focusing on what you're doing. You're just blasting everybody. Hey, come to our pre-draft camp. We need your money. Doesn't make any sense. But we're seeing it, we're hearing about it, and people are laughing at you because of it. And again, why would Bismarck want to be associated with that kind of garbage out of El Paso? Doesn't make any sense. All right, let's wrap this up. We hope that you enjoy your morning coffee